It's a great chest!
This is ours!
Open
Get
it!
lost!
No bad things happen if you open the chest, I swear!
This is ours! Get lost!
It's a great chest! Open it! Open the chest! Open it! No bad things happen if you open the chest, I swear! Open the chest! Open it!
Get lost!
I've spotted something. A skeletal arm reaches upward, grasping at empty air. It lunges at you, violent fingers grasping only air. Now free, the arm thrashes furiously. It doesn't relent until wriggling out of your grasp. The arm hits the sand and goes rigid. Its wrist rotates like a compass needle, a single bony finger pointing toward what? The arm's every joint snaps rigidly into place. It points into the distance like a compass needle.
Nowhere things are
This is ours. Get lost.
I swear!
Void woken. We meet again. Glory is mine.
Vermin, thieves, pests, leeches.
More of them. These beasts are damn persistent.
No, tenemos varias quests sin resolver. No sé lo que quiere el brazo, la verdad. Así que nada, voy a tener que ver de a poco.
I'm ready.
Pero acá había un hueso, o sea, algo había acá que vi, que probablemente voy a soltar
This
al
world
bracito y ver
is
qué.
ours. Fall, die, pass away. Your essence feeds us. You will not be spared. Your time is up.
Glory is mine.
They can keep calling us vermin, but we'll just keep putting them down.
Squash the vermin. Hang the thieves. Ours. Ours. You are ours. We are the many and the all.
Pero son
You
fáciles de
are
matar.
first. We are the beginning and the end. We will return.
Ahora, si viniste aquí y no hiciste nada antes, o sea, no trataste de explorar o terminar algunas misiones y ganar nivel o lo que sea, realmente te vas a pasar mal, porque cuesta. O sea, no es tan fácil, digamos, porque te castigan harto, o sea, bueno. Creo que hay tres.
Glory is mine.
Worms take you!
Right where I want you.
Pero me falta uno. Leo. No, ya la uno. Faltan dos. Oh. Los muros. No voy a llegar ahí. Spa, en serio, weón.
I don't see any children around here. Don't see my folks either.
No. No sé si sirva tanto, pero bueno. Por el momento. Me olvidé de cambiar de personaje. Quiero que todos los personajes lleguen todos. Lo ideal es que yo lleve todo y ya. Ven, aquí había un esqueleto humano. De nuevo estoy usando la persona. Perdón. Se llama yo dije que iba a soltarlo. caso. Ya, pero... 147, 100. No, acá tenemos para ratos, pero es entretenido, la verdad. A mí me gusta mucho. Tiene muchos misterios. Acá están los cerdos. Y aquí, bueno, no vamos a... Hasta acá.
I am come for you, Silver Claw. Come to rip your fur from your wretched bones. Come to taste your pain. Come to make you pay. Death and light. I eat the source inside.
Glory is mine.
I am the rage that rains.
Come hang from your father's sheath. Let him lift you on his shoulders.
My father? This again. This again. What strange witchery is this?
O sea, el mundo es enorme, es enorme. No sé qué será este lugar tampoco, no me acuerdo. Me acuerdo... No me acuerdo, o sea, me acuerdo probablemente haber estado
Look
acá,
at
no
you.
sé.
Tell me, do you always slink around with the air of a child caught drawing naughty pictures in church? What are you so afraid of, lad? Daddy's belt? Or is it Daddy's... pecker? Oh, I really don't feel like chatting now. Why don't you go home to your wife and kids? Maybe follow your grease trail back here another day. Give them my regards. Ha! You're cute when you think anyone should take you seriously. Give them my regards. Until we meet again.
No sé si matarlo.
Ha! Here today, gone tomorrow.
An
Life's a
illusion.
dream.
This fellow must be quite proud of himself.
Todo es ilusión, parece. No sé, honestamente no sé. Mira, esto será una ilusión. No tengo idea. Tal vez si lo ataco. Tengo idea. Pero no voy a grabar. Ya. Bueno, vamos a intentar atacarlo. A ver.
Quite the vision, aren't I? You should go. Before you get hurt. Ugh.
No me atacó.
Damn!
Ok. Ok. Lo veremos luego. El esqueleto tiene algo que decir. Que ahora tiene algo que decir. Sigue apuntando hacia el otro lado. Ya. Difícil saber dónde quiere ir. Lo encontraremos, supongo, en algún momento. Este es uno de los pueblos, creo yo.
Up on the ledge before you, a lone lizard woman overlooks the marshes. Her stare is as sharp as the bolt eyeing you from atop her crossbow.
Stand back and keep your hands off your weapons. Convince me you're no magister, or draw one last deep breath.
You detect a sliver of a smile as she relaxes her martial pose.
You're right. I suppose you don't look like a magister. Besides, those dogs wouldn't have dared to call me out like that. I apologize for the steel-tipped welcome, but lives are at stake. Hold on, I'll let you up.
With one graceful motion, the lizard throws down a tangled mess of vines for you to climb.
Come, ascend to the sanctuary of Amadia. You'll find you're not the only guest here, but the Great Mother provides for all. Be welcome to this sanctuary.
The Red Prince interrupts as you're...
This woman is a dreamer. I can see the answers spinning in her eyes. Do rest your legs for a bit while I question her. You're too kind.
Red Prince and the Dreamer exchange courteous pleasantries, as if they're finding themselves in a palace hall instead of a death-ridden swamp. She introduces herself as Bahara. To your surprise, they next lie down on the ground in a seemingly warm embrace and fall asleep. What follows, though, is far from peaceful. They claw and thrash as if struggling for dear life, caught in the hold of some hideous nightmare. Then they wake, haggard, exhausted. They speak of a vision, Brahmos, and another red lizard.
Praise the daylight. I am now. There was death in that dream, chasing me like 100 hungry lions. But at least I've new directions. When we escape and find ourselves on the mainland once more, I must search for Brahmos the Wanderer. Then I will finally know the truth, the very secret of my soul.
Pleasant little nest. A nice spot to pass the time. Waiting for the end.
The young woman twists her hands together to warm them at the campfire, fingernails bitten to the quick. Noticing your attention, she looks up at you like a startled deer.
Sorry I've no welcome drink or anything, but the misery here.
She gestures half-heartedly at the suffering of the shelter's wounded.
I never signed up for this. My sisters and I make trinkets. I tagged along with the Seekers for safe passage to sell them, but now there's nowhere for me to go. Most of my wares were lost in the attack, but I did manage to salvage some of our sorcerer's sundries. Maybe you'd be interested in taking a look? My sisters and I have been working on magical, alchemical, and downright infernal trinkets for years. Thanks to sorcerer's sundries, anyone with coin can have sharper weapons, stronger armor, and shinier equipment.
She clumsily proffers some paper. It slips through her fingers, but you manage to catch it mid-air.
Here, our leaflet has all the details you could ever want to know. Oh, I know my wares are not cheap, but they are so very out of the ordinary. But listen, my sisters and I have a little game to lighten spirits in harsh times. So, if I tell you a riddle and you can get the answer right, I'll give you a good discount. Deal? Oh, listen carefully now. I stand tall in the morning, I shrink in the afternoon, I disappear at midnight, but I'll be back very soon. What am I? I'm sorry, but that's not... I'm so sorry.
Pensé que era el sol. Pero no.
Maybe we should fortify this place. Make a stand.
No sé para qué sirve el polvo, pero bueno.
Goodbye.
Muy caro.
The lizard holds a crimson-soaked rag against his side. He looks up as you approach, his expression oddly serene.
Magisters,
They found our camp near the old harbour and unleashed hell upon us. I'm lucky in a way. I was wounded by an arrow. It wasn't just sword and spear the Magisters used on us. No, they had these weapons. Living beings, depleted of source and crucified, pathetic to look at until... the power that they unleashed. There was nothing we could do. Only run. Shriekers they're called. I can still hear that sound they uttered. Makes my scales crawl.
Sir Gareth is looking for a way to defeat them now. Let us hope he finds it.
The young woman chews her lower lip as she observes the injured before her. She bends to grab a rag, wiping her blood-smeared hands. She looks up and sees you.
If you're looking for healing, sorcerer, well, there's not much I can do.
The woman wrings the blood-stained rag in her hands anxiously.
Magisters aren't known for their mercy. Many of us died. And the ones here will likely follow the same fate, by a slower road. I've done all I can. Their wounds are too great. All I can offer them now is prayer and a cup of water. If you know a way, I'd be beyond grateful. Magic? All I've got is my own 2 hands and...
She trails off and limply gestures to her paltry makeshift infirmary.
I'm not even a healer. Ours was killed in the attack. I'm just the cook. Do what you will.
Please, take the pain away.
Yo creo
Focus
que
on your
puedo...
breathing, Jules. Slow.
Esto no lo he usado nunca, pero debería usarlo. Yo tenía una habilidad de curación.
He was cheated death. Thank you, stranger.
You cured me. Thank you, stranger. Please, heal the others as well.
Oh.
You healed me. How did you... Oh, never mind. I don't care how. I only care that today won't be my last.
I don't remember much. I barely had time to realize the Magisters were attacking before I was injured. The last thing I saw were these things, these shriekers. Those Magisters are gonna pay in blood for what they did to us.
If my mother were here, she'd box my ears for not being able to thank you properly. Though I reckon that walloping from the Reds was punishment enough. Take this, at least. It'll have to do. Thank you.
Make sure all of them cheat death today.
So long as Gareth returns,
I'm alive! I'm alive!
In an instant, my wounds have all but vanished. I didn't think. I was certain I wouldn't. Thank you.
The Magister flagship. It has ballastay that tore our ship into kindling. A shard from our own mast pierced my side. I'm lucky the others managed to haul me all the way here. Especially after I saw what the Magisters did to those of us they captured.
He shudders at the memory.
They turn the living into shriekers. Crucified wretches that unleash pure destruction on anyone who tries to pass. Nobody survives those things. I wish I had a fitting way to thank the person who saved my life. As it is, all I can offer is, well, it's not much, but maybe you'll find some use for it.
How do you have so much power?
They even knew that much, but still. You tried your best, Anne. I'm glad you're safe now.
What? Please.
They're going to be all right. Thank you.
So long as Gareth returns.
Thank you.
You're certain it was Verda's?
He said his name.
You tried your best, Han. I'm glad you're safe now.
You're alive! Wasn't sure you would be. Samadel, this is the one I told you about.
The dishevelled lizard eyes you with hope, though her hope is tinged with mistrust.
Han tells me you helped him out of Fort Joy. For that, you have my thanks. Can I ask if... Did you happen to meet a man named Gareth on your way here?
He'll be back, Samadel. I know he will. He has to.
He has to, indeed. We need our leader. And if he doesn't return with help soon, we haven't a hope. Have you heard of Shriekers?
Han looks down with a flinch. Samadel reaches out, grasping his hand. Her jaw tightens.
They're weapons that can kill with a screech. The Magisters patchwork them from living sorcerers. Don't misunderstand me. We're not afraid to fight, but we are powerless against Shriekers. The priestess at the shrine told Gareth some ancient secrets, some defenses that could be found in Bracchus' armory, and he went there in the hopes of finding it, whatever it is. You're kind to offer, but you'd best talk to Gareth's squire, Exeter. He'll know where your talents can be most used. Now, Han, let's take a look at your nasty leg injury.
Catch you later, Skipper. It's good you're here.
A grim-faced man sifts through a pile of badly damaged weapons, salvaging the repairable, ditching the broken. He picks up a rapier, the blade nicked and splintered, the hilt twisted. He holds the damaged blade up to the light.
This was Halon's blade. It was his first, it was also his last. He didn't intend to die here, but die here he did. He was an ordinary soul with an extraordinary heart, Halon. And he died. What did Halon believe in? He believed in truth. He believed in hope. He believed that Alexander is a killer of Godwoken. I believe that on one point at least, he was right.
The point breaks away, leaving a jagged edge. The sword is shorter now, but it'll do more damage.
Who are you?
He realizes, to his surprise, that he holds the weapon in his hand, ready for battle. He smiles to himself, tucks the weapon away, and gets back to work.
Please, Armadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
Before you stands a figure, her body wreathed in cloth. All you can see of her eyes are two dark holes in an ornate mask.
Armadia's blessings, child. I have not seen this face in our sanctuary before. Pray, who are you? As are so many, I pray you will be comfortable here. I am Gratiana, priestess of Armadia. It is a privilege to welcome you to her sanctuary from Bracchus' vile swamps.
She pauses for a moment before answering.
We must always strive to help those who suffer. For many years I did not understand that simple truth. For many more, I have tried to right the wrongs of my past.
Despite the mask, you can feel her expression harden.
Time is a river, ever slipping by. It does no good to mourn what's gone before, only to appreciate where the current carries us. In this place I can worship the goddess Armadia and help those who come to me for aid. I live a good life, The person that I was is dead. It was not always thus. This swamp was once a rich, lush land before he came. He is no more, thank the goddess. It has been many centuries since he walked Rivellon, although he still casts a shadow over this land. He ruled this realm as a tyrant and beast. He stole its source and left only death. On this island he built and tested his weapons. These marshes were a playground for he and his necromancers. Many unfortunate souls were brought here. Blessed were those who died quickly, or died at all. Perhaps they were not so different. Both hunted source, although Brachus gathered it all unto himself. Both drained the life from this land. Indeed, the Magisters have even taken Brachus's worst tools. First, the purging ones, and now those shriekers. Without something more powerful than these sticks the Seekers are armed with, those crucified monstrosities will kill them to a man. The fool ran into the swamps. He pestered me for aid against the shriekers, and when I finally told him of a cache of Brachus's soul-forged weapons, he rushed away to find it. A bold move, but ill-advised. Unless he returns with weapons enough, I fear none of these Seekers will leave this island with air in their lungs. He set off north, to the ruins of Brachus's source armory, but there is no way to know what he found there, even if he survived the swamps. Walk ever in Armadia's grace, child.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
A dwarf stands by a young woman. He seems intensely focused on her, whispering and singing softly in her ear. She's staring blankly into space.
Blood and bone, fire and smoke, death and worse.
Hush now, Leia. They'll not hurt you again. You're safe now. Once Gareth gets back, we're going home. You'll see. He'll be fine.
The woman rubs her neck, raking her nails across her skin as she whimpers. The dwarf starts at the sound of your voice, gripping the woman's arm for a moment before he relaxes.
New faces. Hope you aren't bushwhacked by the Magisters too. As for her neck, she's remembering the damnable source collar she once wore. Lucky for us, she had the skills to remove them. There's many a sorcerer that's been freed thanks to her.
The dwarf smiles, his eyes filling with warmth as he looks at Leia.
Aye, we are at that.
He strokes her hair as Leia leans her forehead against his shoulder, muttering quietly about Gareth.
We were part of the caravan headed to Fort Joy, shiny collars and all. Gareth and the Seekers ambushed the caravan and freed us, saved every one of us from that hell. But now he's off searching for weapons to take down them shriekers, and all we can do is sit here, thinking about the Godwoken we didn't save.
From fragments to whole. From their past to our future. From their...
She ain't detailed, but she ain't wrong. The Godwoken are our hope that a new divine can be born. Someone to replace Lucian and push back them Voidwoken. Someone to restore order and protect the source. I'd speak to Exeter if you want to know more. There's ways, but I ain't privy to them. One thing I do know, mind. The Voidwoken have their number. They react to Godwoken like no one else.
Barking dogs in wolves' clothing.
The dwarf nods at you before turning back to Leia. He starts to sing quietly to her.
Maybe we should fortify this place. Make a stand.
And protect your humble servant.
No, no.
Yo ya
We
me
don't have
acerqué
the
al
time.
tótem.
A young
El tótem
man
era
in
muy
oversized
fuerte, la
armor
verdad.
paces around a table covered with a spread of maps, his face a tight scowl of frustration.
Every approach blocked. Oh, damn it. What good are battle tactics against those things anyway?
He glances up. In quick succession, he becomes aware of both your presence and the fact that you're not a familiar face.
Who the blazes are you? A sorcerer, indeed. I should have realized. A seeker can always recognize a sorcerer when they see one.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
You meant Verdus. Oh, then he's as good as dead. We're the seekers he spoke of. We were supposed to free him. Instead, we've failed him. You, a Godwoken? Surely not. Though if Verdus said so, you could be important. But there's no way to be certain until we've left this blasted island behind us.
You're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes.
Verdus was Godwoken. He was a powerful sorcerer, in the vein of Lucian the Divine. He had the potential to succeed Lucian if he mastered his powers. But now that won't happen. If you're the same as Verdus, then we have to get you away from this place. Someone's been killing the few Godwoken that are out here. Likely that dog Alexander. He's a Godwoken too. A failed one as far as I'm concerned. I can imagine he won't want any upstart Godwoken taking what he figures to be his birthright.
The young man anxiously fidgets with his curved bow. You've found a matter close to his heart, evidently.
That's easier said than done, I'm afraid. Much easier said. The Magisters have us cornered. They have these weapons called Shriekers. If we try to go against them unprepared, we're dead. We've lost many already. There's weapons, ancient devices that can counter those things. Our leader, Sir Gareth, set out to find them so we could break the Magister blockade and escape this island. But he hasn't returned. If Sir Gareth doesn't come back with those weapons in tow, well, this island will be our grave. You'll help us.
His shoulders visibly relax, the weighty armor upon them settling with a clink.
Thank you. Allies are in short supply in this place. If you help us, I promise, we'll get you as far away from this place as possible. Please, ask. Whatever helps. We came to free an elf called Verdus from Fort Joy. He was a Godwoken. He could have been the next Divine, but we failed him. Sir Gareth? He's the finest seeker I know. I'm honoured to serve as his squire. He wouldn't let us down. Not unless something's gone horribly wrong. None. He set out to find those source weapons, and that's the last we saw of him. The masked priestess, Gratiana, told Sir Gareth of them after she granted us shelter here. She was reluctant at first, but, well, Sir Gareth can be very insistent. Speak to her if you wish. She may know more. The Magister flagship, the Lady Vengeance, she's anchored at the old harbour. Once the way is clear, we're to take her and get the hell out of here.
He narrows his eyes, yet doesn't say anything.
Servant. Hello again, child. What brings you here? Gareth. He set off to find the soul-forged weapons of Brachus Rex. A brave mission, and a dangerous one. But I cannot stop you. North of here you'll find the ruins of Brachus's source armory. Nothing in this land can counter the Shrieker's power like those weapons. Without them, The Seekers are truly hope. Walk ever in...
Make a stand. No, no, we don't have the time. Sir Gareth, did you find any sign of him?
Wished, Bonnie Baron, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky.
Smoke and screams. Echoes
The
of
seven
death.
watch o'er us, you're safe in
Gareth,
death.
please come back.
So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
I'm alive! I'm alive!
I feel better.
O sea, por ahora no hay nada que pueda hacer, o sea, tengo que seguir explorando y ver qué onda. El problema es que esos esqueletos me van a detener bastante. ¿Eh? Porque tengo que buscar alguna forma de... ¿cómo se llama? De apagar el fuego, pero esta calabaza está acá. Pero no sale de qué está hecha. Uno genera electricidad, esa genera veneno, esta genera fuego. ¿No hay alguna que genere... alguna que genere, digamos... A ver, déjenme ver. ¿Pasará algo? Son indestructibles. Tengo varias preguntas, la verdad, y en este episodio no las voy a resolver, así que veamos qué onda. Vamos a ver. Voy a grabar igual, porque como que a veces caminan súper bien y a veces no, a veces se quedan atrás. Ahora, esto de lo de los cerdos podría ser con las vulvas estas que hay en el suelo, pero no estoy.
It was madness! Big fire boom, lightning crash! One moment sun, the next I feel darkness inside me, then noise! So much noise! Clank, moan, clink, groan! I hid in a stump. I'm not a stupid squirrel. I have much stowed away for hard times. But I saw them! I saw the shinies! Shinies! Darkness left, then light again. Warm. Saw glints in sand and dirt. Can't go there now. Salamanders. They like the meat. I don't want to be meat. Yay! Okay. I hope you find shinies. They make happy.
Esto es lo que digo yo aquí. Le tiré agua normal a estos cerdos y no hubo solución, ¿no? podría agarrar alguno de estos bulbos aquí. Estos generan electricidad, si no me equivoco. O tal vez agua. A ver. ¿Lo podría agarrar? No, generan electricidad. Generan fuego. ¿Para qué generará el agua? Es la pregunta que me hago. Esto genera veneno.
Stay lost! Open the chest!
No sé cómo... La verdad, cómo... darle el fuego a las chanchas. Tendría que haber una guía o algo así, yo creo. Es la única solución que veo. Porque... yo tengo agua acá, ¿no?
End this suffering, I beg you.
Esto es veneno, esto va a explotar. Te lo dije, va a explotar. Esto es veneno también, esto va a explotar. El problema es que se mueve. Cada vez que te acercas se mueve. Y acá... creo que acá está... sí, esta es la parte donde aparecen los esqueletos mágicos. No, es que se mueve mucho. Yo no, ojalá tuviese una habilidad de agua. Lluvia. ¿Hará algo esta weá? ¿Los puede ayudar? Pero no los puedo juntar, ¿no? A ver. Claro, genera lluvia, pero no hace absolutamente nada.